Welcome back to the program. Here we are on Fresh, the TV show all about food, entertaining, design, and wellness. And we're talking today to Marla Miller of the Elkhart County Living Magazine. And Marla, today on the show, this is a special segment talking about things that are important in Elkhart County, and music is so big and so integral, isn't it, to this community?
It is very big in this community, and this is summertime, and it's the summer of music. And in the magazine, we talk about all the community bands, and that's where we are tonight. We're here for a great concert with the Elkhart Community Band, and this is going to be a great evening, and it's one of the great articles that's in this month's magazine.
It is a great article, and folks, you'll want to pick up a copy of it, and we'll be talking more to Marla in just a little bit, Marla, about the other things to expect in the magazine. But I want to bring in Phil here. Phil Penn is the president of the Elkhart Community Band, and Phil, we've got some great ladies here next to us, but just take a moment and tell us what kinds of things this Elkhart Community Band has been able to do down through the years that have impacted this community. They've done a lot, haven't they?
Oh my guys, they sure have, Craig. The band started in 1938 and has performed every year since then for the citizens of the city of Elkhart and the surrounding area. So we're very proud of what this band has done. We've got some excellent musicians. Of course, Elkhart has a tremendous band heritage, and that is, I think, one of the reasons that the community has supported this band throughout the years.
Absolutely. Well, on a sad note, you lost your band director, Paul Schultz, here. Actually, before the publication came out, or just as it was coming out, and so when you read the article about the Elkhart Community Band, you'll see Paul's name in there, but Paul did pass, and you're making a tribute to him in your concert tonight.
We will. Actually, we're going to do a tribute later in the season for Paul. The timeliness is such that it takes time to put together a proper concert, and we want to honor Paul's memory in the right way. But Paul was an integral member of this band for nearly 40 years and was associate conductor for some 32 years under Arthur Singleton. In fact, between Mr. Singleton and Paul Schultz, they were the directors of the band for 53 years. So it's a remarkable heritage, and so yes, we'll miss Paul and his leadership very much.
Well, I'll tell you what, Phil, next to us are three lovely gals. I mean, they are so beautiful, and the music they produce, folks, is as beautiful as they are looking. Tell us a little bit about these three gals. Introduce them for us, will you please?
Well, I certainly will, with pleasure. These three ladies are probably what we would consider the anchors of the Elkhart Municipal Band. Betty Kegaris and Josephine Nadalny have both been with the band for over 65 years. 65 years. Joyce Gerber has been with the band 61 years, but more remarkably, she has been and continues to be the secretary-treasurer of the band, which is a big job. And Joyce is just a remarkable person, and we're so lucky to have all three of these ladies still continuing to serve the community through their service in the band. That's just remarkable.
That is wonderful. Well, let's get a comment from each of them if we can, Phil. And Betty, you have served this band for so long, and you look so young. You really do. How do you maintain your youthfulness, huh?
That'll get you everywhere, you know.
You must really have a passion for music and this community.
I do. I've lived here all my life, except for a short while when I lived in Cleveland and played with the Cleveland Browns band.
The football team band.
Right, you bet.
Well, wonderful. Any highlights in the last 60 or 65 years that you can recall?
Well, I started in the age when women didn't do such things as play drums. And I was a drummer, and it was kind of tough getting in because at that time it was all male. The entire band was male, and they didn't like girls especially, and girl drummers especially. But we, all of us, kind of shaped them up.
Good. Well, Karen Carpenter must have taken a page or two out of your playbook, huh?
Right.
She played the drums, of course. Well, let's talk over here to Joe. And Joe, congratulations on your service to the band. And tell us a little bit about your background, what got you involved in the very beginning with this outreach.
Well, it was music. I worked for the Selmer Company for 60 years, and my boss happened to be one of the top people playing in the band, and he says he wanted an alto clarinet player. They hadn't had any, so it made the whole clarinet, alto bass, contrabass, and the regular B-flat clarinet. And so I just liked it, and I was brought up with some music at home. We had sort of a family band at home, and we went out and played several times for some of the organizations and that's about it.
Well, it's a great place to be involved in band, isn't it? Elkhart, Indiana.
That's exactly right.
Well, let's talk over here for a moment to Joyce. And Joyce, this band is like your family, isn't it?
That's right. I've been in it 51 years. I have to stop and think, you know. And secretary-treasurer, 36 years. No one wants the job, you know. They don't know all it involves. But I started out when I was in grade school, and I was bound I was going to play the trumpet, and I had problems, but I stuck it out. And Dave Hughes, our high school director, was the same director as for the municipal band, and I got in, and I've played under many directors, and as you have said, it's a sad time right now, but we're going to continue just like we have been. And I hope I can play maybe at least 10 more years. I don't know, but I'll try my best.
Well, you've all been a shining example for this community, and thank you so much, Joyce and Joe and Betty. Wonderful service. And Phil, it's really a pleasure to be honoring these members of the band, and of course honoring as well the memory of Paul Schultz.
Well, Craig, thank you for coming out this evening, and we hope that you're able to stick around for the concert. It's a beautiful evening for a concert. Our crowd is starting to come up. You hear the band warming up, so it won't be too long.
It won't be long. Thanks again, Phil.
Thanks, Craig.
Appreciate that. Phil Penn, the president of the Elkhart Community Band, and we'll get Marla in here one more time. And Marla, music is so important to this community. Elkhart, Indiana, known as the band capital or the band instrument capital of the world, and you featured this band and a couple of other bands too in the magazine this issue, don't you?
Yes, we do, and we also have a great feature story in here about a blues musician, Mr. Harris from Goshen. So there's a lot of features in here about music, and we talk about some of the other musical events that happen within this area. And another thing I want to point out in Elkhart County Living Magazine is, you know, July is full of other entertainment at the county fairs. And in our July calendar in the magazine, we mention all the county fairs within this area. And you know, there's a lot of music going on out there as well. So if the listeners and the viewers would like to get a copy of this magazine, it's available on magazine racks throughout the region. But you can also go online at www.maplecitymedia.com and you can subscribe there, or you can give us a call at 574-533-2151, extension 346, and ask for a subscription. It's only $12 for a year, and we'll get it mailed right to you at your home.
Next to a free band concert, probably the best deal around, I would say. And you'll notice here in the cover, the scuba diver. It's the June and July issue of Elkhart County Living Magazine. And as Marla said, very easy to get. If you'd like more information, go to the website, or you can go to myfresh.tv. Well, ladies, thank you again.
Thank you.
You're beautiful, all three of you. And Phil, again, thanks. Marla, we'll see you next time.
Okay, thank you.
Join us then. When we come back, we'll have more for you right here on Fresh. Stay tuned.